Welcome to the Turnkey Home Inspection System. My name is David Clark, and I am founder of the Turnkey Home Inspection System. I'm a New York State licensed home inspector who has conducted countless home inspections over the past 2 decades. I have extensive background in the building trades, and I'm also a New York State approved home inspector, technical instructor, and continuing education provider. This training video will fully explain how to properly complete the professional on-site narrative home and building inspection report. By following the turnkey report as constructed, it will be impossible to miss any mandatory areas or items. We are proud to say that our report is the benchmark for home inspection reports. At the end of the video, there is more important information about the turnkey home inspection system. On the front cover of the report is a business card holder that should contain your card with all your company information. Open the report cover now, and on the first page is the property inspection information page. The date, client name, inspection address, client telephone number, account number if you use one, and any additional information should be included on the front part of that page. On the bottom, the inspection company information should contain the company name, company phone number, company address, the inspector conducting the inspection, and if a license is required in that state, that should also be included there. Mobile phone number, if you have it, and website information. When it is time for the inspection, be sure you arrive early. Look at where the house is located on the street, in the subdevelopment, and in the neighborhood. You should become acquainted with the area you are conducting home inspections in. For example, any floodplains or soil conditions. When I'm driving up to the house, I look at the house and how it is situated in relationship to the surrounding areas and grounds. We're going to talk more about that in Section 3, Exteriors. Tell the homeowner how you are going to conduct the inspection. Tell them you're going to start on the outside, move into the garage, then into the basement or crawl space, and then into the living space of the house, and finally into the attic. Ask them to unlock or open the garage door and unlock but do not open all the exterior doors and storm doors. Ask them if they have any questions. After you are finished answering any of their questions, show them the contract for home inspection. Fill in the areas that pertain to the inspection you are conducting. On the top, it says this agreement made on this day, you would put the date in there, by and between your home inspection company or your name, hereafter called the company, and the client's name, hereafter called the client. In Section 1, it says the company will perform an inspection of, and you would put obviously the address of the house you're inspecting. Under that line is a line for fees. The first one will be the fee for the actual home inspection. Under it are additional services. Make sure when your client calls or when they show up on site, you explain to them the additional services that your company offers. We'll talk about additional services as we go through the inspection. But if they have requested them specifically, you should note them in this first page of the contract for home inspection. There's a spot on the report for additional tests: radon testing, asbestos testing, mold testing, lead testing, or other testing, and that could be water or soil, or any type of environmental test that you may offer. Tell them you are going to start examining the roof, and you would like them to read and initial and sign at the end the contract for home inspection while you set up and get started. When they have signed the contract, answer any questions they might have. Take the report now and place it in the garage or in your vehicle, and let's start the home inspection process. Ask them if they have any questions. Ensure they sign it in the areas designated. Explain to them one more time that the inspection is visual and not technically exhaustive. Explain to them that they are paying for your opinion on the condition of the items inspected at the time of the inspection. They should understand that you do not offer any warranties or guarantees on the future life for systems or items inspected. They need to be clear that they are paying for your opinion only. Once they fully understand the contract, take your yellow copies out and proceed to the table of contents. Explain to them that the report is set up the way the inspection was conducted. The introduction, Section 1, tells them again what a visual home inspection is all about. Also, on the flip side of the introduction is how to use the professional on-site narrative home and building inspection report. This clearly outlines to the client how to most effectively use the report. It is important to note that you should go through the report with your client for two reasons. First, they need to be clear on the information and how to interpret it. Second, it gives you a chance to review and fill in any areas you might have missed. This is also a good time to add clarification. This is the best time to remove the yellow pages. I do not recommend taking them out while you are conducting the actual home inspection. Section 2, the roof system. Show them the table of contents on the tab divider. These are the areas that you inspected. I'm going to tell you how to explain the report to the client. The report pages are broken down into 4 columns. The first column is the system or item that you inspected. In this case, it's the type of covering, the style of roof, and how it was viewed. Make sure that's properly filled out. The condition columns are columns 2, 3, and 4. Anything you note in column 2 requires routine maintenance and/or minor repair. These are homeowner issues and things that should not affect the serviceability of the item. Any item noted in column 3 requires some repair and/or close monitoring. This means that the item will have to be repaired in order for it to remain serviceable, or if it can't be repaired, it'll have to be closely monitored, like an older roof covering or an older furnace. Any items noted in column 4 require necessary repair or further evaluation by a qualified professional. We call this our action column. Any items that are noted there, the client should get further clarification from a qualified professional. That would be a licensed plumber, a licensed electrician, a structural engineer, and so on. Each item is numbered and lettered. The number corresponds to the graphic on the back side of the tab dividers. The number and letter also correspond to the explanation of conditions, which is located behind each inspection sheet. The client will not only know what action to take, they will be able to see where the item or condition is located, and they will also have further clarification with the explanation of conditions. The report is constructed this way throughout for each condition: exterior, central cooling, foundation structure, heating system, plumbing, electric service, and interior. On the bottom of each report page is an additional comments box. The inspector could check this and make additional comments in the last section of the report, which is titled Additional Comments. There's a line page there where the inspector could make further clarification on the item in question. The last section is additional comments and valuable information. Not only do we want to have an action plan and a reference guide for your clients, we want them to keep the report as long as they own the house. We want them to refer to the report for years to come. This will also be a built-in marketing tool for you when their friends and family members see the quality of your report. The first page in the additional comments section is the additional comment page. This is the area where the inspector would have made additional notes for clarification of an item he noted in the report. It's interesting to note, though, that this page is not used too much due to the comprehensiveness of the report. Most of the items and conditions you're going to need are contained right in the body of the report, but it's there for you anyway. The next page is the client's priorities page. There's 7 items there with notes under each one. There's also a spot for an estimate amount and the contractor that gave that estimate. The client can use this page to prioritize the report and also have a place to put all their estimates and contractors so they can make an informed decision on the repairs they need. The next section is a glossary. Words in the report are contained here for your client to reference. Next section is a turnkey home inspection system Home Maintenance Guide. This will ensure that your client keeps their house in good condition for years to come. There's a spot there for each area that should be checked and a date when it's performed. This will correspond to the report. The next page is expected serviceable life in years. This contains all different items that are included in the report and will give your client an idea of their serviceable life. There's further information on mold, lead, carbon monoxide, radon, and home safety tips. Your client should read these and get a full understanding of all these different conditions. The last page contains websites of interest. With the actual home inspection completed, there is one very important step left. You have just given your client 2, 3, or 4 hours of information. A lot of this information they are hearing for the first time. Hopefully they pay close attention. It's not just a good idea, it is imperative that you fully review the report and completely answer any questions your client may have. First, ask your client if they want to take a second look at any areas you inspected. If they do, by all means, go back to those areas and address any concerns they may have. Once that is finished, sit down with them to review the report. This is the best time to remove your yellow copies as you review the report. Remember, this is a communication business. The best information can be lost if it is not effectively communicated. It is interesting to note that most disputes arising from home inspections are due to poor communication. Your client needs to have a full understanding on the condition of the items you just inspected and the limits of a visual home inspection. This is what is so unique about the professional on-site narrative home and building inspection report. The report shows the client the items inspected. It gives them clear direction on what action to take in the column headings. And it also provides detailed explanations for every item and condition on the report. Being an effective communicator is simple using our reporting system. The Turnkey Home Inspection System was designed and developed by home inspectors for home inspectors. It is more than a comprehensive report. All of our inspectors receive a turnkey manual and sample report that clearly outline proper documentation of a home inspection. Many home inspectors have used the turnkey training curriculum either to start their business or as a reference guide. We also offer training DVDs, home inspection marketing tools, and a home inspector startup guide. We have a self-guided audio that will guide you step by step through a proper home inspection. The professional on-site narrative home and building inspection report can be customized for your business. Whatever your needs, we can help you, from startup to established companies. Please feel free to call us or visit us on the web. Thank you.